Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I go on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got excellent troll slayers who keep us safe. We've got a fantastic community here because of you. Thank you. And if you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there, and I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose, or we can watch back on like up the speed, hit the little gear, and playback speed you can raise to like 1.25 or so. I do that a lot on YouTube. Just to cover more YouTube ground in a day. I watch a lot of YouTube. All right, just need to make sure I've got my questions handy because, there it is. I knew they were here somewhere. I do have all the questions and they are organized. I just have to make sure they're in the right place. Okay, we're almost ready. And we'll be jumping in. And dear great Gussie, Ricky says, and the star of the show, soon to be cast as Science Officer Spock, Boo Boo Zenkiri. I don't know. He's Spock who's really, really come to grips with his cute fuzzy side. There you go. As I'm setting this up, did anyone watch Hal Sparks last night? He went over, remember the whistleblower X? Whistleblower X. That Comer and those idiots, they were having a hearing with Hunter Biden. Whistleblower X. Right? That was yesterday. He went through the whole thing. Oh. Our first question today, let me do a little check. Mouse, quit it. We're going to ask, I'm asking about MTG, what she did yesterday, which was heinous. And we're going to ask the collective energy if she's going to be sued within an inch of her life as she should be. But the thing you will not hear as much about is the last person who spoke last night at the hearing, Ms. Fox, Foxx, an older woman in Congress, who, okay, I look, I can deal with the fact that she couldn't handle the basic math of how many years he'd been there and been in the whistleblower X. I can understand, especially when I'm on camera, a lot of the things that I know when I'm off camera, they just go right out of my head. But the whole time Ms. Fox was speaking, the whole time, every single time, she called the Department of Justice the DOG. Over and over and over and over. So, of course, Hal Sparks, being Hal Sparks, was like, D-O-double-G. Wow. But no, seriously. This is a member of Congress, and she sat there during a congressional hearing and called it the DOG over and over and over. Department of Geniuses, Department of Government, Department of, well, Trump's not in there, so it's not Department of Grift. Yeah, anyway, that was just, wow. However, I'll start at 5:10 with Revolution and Maggie, who were asking about the first thing I was going to read on anyway. I promise. So last night at the hearing, or yesterday afternoon at the hearing, I'm officially replacing calling someone a Karen, which I don't like because there are lovely people named Karen out there. But anyone like that, I am now calling Marjorie Taylor Greene. Slow your roll, Marjorie Taylor Greene. This woman is, just when you think she can't get worse, she can't. There's no way. Come on. She can't get worse. Oh, she did. And in Congressional, she started out the hearing by saying, this hearing, be warned, this hearing is going to be PG-13. Really? Or PG? Really? Okay. She starts holding up pictures that were stolen from Hunter Biden's phone of him basically naked, the woman he was with basically naked. Matter of fact, there's one where she's laying face down. She's lying face down on a bed. And you can see her from like her shoulders down to her feet. And she is wearing nothing. Nothing. And she is so non-consensual nudes on an international stage in Congress. And she is saying that the fact that Hunter Biden bought this woman or a number of women over time, bought them tickets, plane tickets from California to where he was in Delaware or wherever, that they did what they did, and then that woman would get back on a plane and go back to California. She's saying that's not only is that prostitution. Says who? Says who? Why couldn't it just be a woman who was like, hey, you're cute. Sure, I'd like to get out of here, get on a plane, get a nice cushy plane ride, little booty call, another nice plane ride. Sounds like a good day. No, Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying it was prostitution, but because it was over state lines, it was trafficking. And he said that those women were prostitutes. No evidence. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene who did this. Angela. This one, if Marjorie Taylor Greene is not sued within an inch of her life, if I was that woman, I would be beyond livid, and I would sue her for millions. And Hunter Biden should sue her for millions. And showing private nudes. Private nudes. Hunter Biden has not been convicted of soliciting prostitution, paying for intimacy. He hasn't even been charged. And you're showing private nudes. I'm going to go with you, Mrs. Katura. This woman is a piece of trash. Yes, she is. Oh, yeah, Ricky. Yeah, Gates. Yeah. Some of the others tried to bring that up, like AOC, but it got shut down pretty quickly. Oh, evidence. And all of this garbage they were spouting at the hearing, it's like, okay, sure. Okay, look, all right. Let's just say, okay, there was this money. Let's say it did go to to Hunter Biden. May get spread out through the family. Okay. What did President Joe Biden do that was in China's favor? Name it. Name it. Nothing. And even at one point, Comer himself, in the middle of the hearing, after Democrats had already been speaking, going, this is stupid, said something about and this will hopefully get us closer to evidence of a crime for President Biden. I'm sorry, you're having how many hearings? This is so stupid. But anyway, the evidence was just infuriating. But yeah, I'm definitely getting, like, I'm feeling a lot more upset about this than I actually am. I mean, I'm not happy about it. But in trying to figure out what's going to happen, there are some people who are fuego. I mean, they are beyond livid about this. So are they going to sue Marjorie Taylor Greene within an inch of her life, as they should? Yep. Major Arcana, World, and Chariot. I keep getting Marjorie Taylor Greene having some major, and I mean major, legal problems ahead of her. It could be related to January 6th. It might be this, but I keep getting huge, absolutely huge legal problems coming for her. You laid out a plan with no evidence, made accusations with no evidence, and pretended there was this party that you have no evidence for. You have no evidence. Matter of fact, the picture of Hunter Biden in the tub, sitting in the tub with, I think they say it's a crack pipe. You can't even prove he was smoking crack. It could have just been a pipe. It could have been empty. It could have been filled with something else. These people are so heinous. But again, if you think Trump, if you give him enough rope, Trump will hang himself, metaphorically. MTG is so far off of her self-centered brain. And her thing, she has money. Her and her husband got in on some businesses pretty early on. So she and him had a lot of money. But that's not what drives her. When I read on her, that's not what drives her. And it's to have power? Not necessarily. One second. It is to be cruel. She is a sadist. And I'm serious. In my opinion, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a sadist. She gets off on other people's suffering, other people hurt. This isn't Schadenfreude. This is screaming in people's faces, humiliating them. That's what she gets off on. That you would have trouble finding someone more despicable in Congress. And trust me, there's stuff that goes on behind closed doors. But she is beyond vile. and she's got problems ahead of her. And it has gone, and whatever access she's gotten, this is her chance. This is the first time in her life she can scream in people's faces. She can she doesn't have good arguments. If you listen to her, she does not have good arguments. She doesn't know how to debate. She doesn't know how to lay out lay out the facts. She just doesn't. So she yells and screams and belittles and humiliates. And she's getting herself into trouble. Because if you're going to make accusations like that, you darn well better have evidence. And she doesn't, because there isn't any. So I don't know if the women will sue her, but I believe Hunter Biden is actually suing John Paul McIsaac and some others, isn't he? Something like that. Do Women Matter? Vote Blue 2024 says MTG was screaming at the student who survived the shootings. Yep. David Hogg. Yeah. Be Grateful said she seemed to really enjoy looking at those pictures. Oh, by the way, did you guys remember there was a convention, one of those right-wing conventions? Did anybody see? Mike Pillow was there and Trump came in the evening or something. They had Marjorie Trader on. They did. She had her 15 minutes to come out, and she called Democrats the party of, and I'm only going to say this word once, pedophilia. And she said, here, let me read something to you I wrote about this. And she was kind of smirking, getting her thing out. And she said, it's in the style of Jeff Foxworthy. It's called, You Might Be a P Word If. How sick? What kind of sociopath do you have to be to create? You might be a P word if, and after just calling an entire political party the party of that. Thank you, Sheila R. Thank you. It's awesome. It's me, Denise Coppo. Man. Queen of Swords. Lovers. Death card. Two of Cups. Oh, get ready. She thinks this kind of dark energy, intensity. That's her all over it. But what's going to get in her way is decency, partnership. I mean, look, you know me. I was born a Scorpio. I'll be a Scorpio all of my life. And the Scorpios in astrology are famous for their tails. And if Scorpios go bad, man, they will get you. Because Scorpio is the sign of fixed, intense emotion. It's the fixed water sign. It's just deep, dark emotion. It rules the 8th house of death, intimacy, other people's money, scheming, all of this kind of stuff. And if you have a brain in your head and you're a Scorpio, you will learn at some point in your life to not use the stinger. Just you don't need it. Maybe rare occasions if somebody's like attacking your family or something, but generally speaking, just put the stinger down. And she's just attacking. I'm not saying she's a Scorpio. I'm just saying she's attacking. And the reason as a Scorpio you learn to put that down is because if you want to be a part of the world, if you want to be part of civilization, if you don't want to be sued, you don't want to be put in prison, then you need to get your issues under control. You need to get your anger under control. Ricky says Leos aren't better either. Any sign can go bad, and I understand what you're saying. But you learn to control yourself, or the system is going to control for you. And Scorpios hate that. So she is, you know, it's like the term of this part of the Trump nightmare is FAFO. And yesterday she did the fa part of it. All right. Actually, that kind of answered, will she end up being sued? Well, 2130. Interesting. Denise says, I'm a Leo, I'm not bad. No, every sign has good sides and bad sides. Every sign. And if I ever say anything negative about a sign, it's not attacking somebody of that sign, because every sign has a good side and a bad side. Everyone. Angela M says Comer and MTG were warned by Hunter's lawyer 2 weeks ago to cease and desist. The letter was already sent. Huh? Be grateful says Scorpio here too. Know what you are saying. Yep. Alan says, I'm a Scorp. Got my tail sorted. Let the universe deal with it. You got money now. Howling at the Moon. Hermit. 9 of Cups. This is somebody who's got this is somebody on the other side from MTG who's got all the evidence laid out. MTG thinks she goes around acting like a lunatic. You got your moon there. Luna. Lunatic spouting off. And just pushing everybody away and being horrible. And this is, yeah. So I don't know if it's Hunter Biden or if it's the women or it's all, but yeah. Lewis McDonald says Scorpio here too. Celia says Scorp. Yep. Don't do something you'll regret. Yep. So, all right. Let's move on. At 23:30. Oh, that woman is vile. All right, 23:30. George Conway is convinced that Mark Meadows has completely flipped on Trump to save his own skin and everybody else. Considering no one has seen or heard from Meadows in a while, could Conway be correct? All right, Mark Meadows, have you flipped? Like a pancake. Darren says, my best friend is a Scorpio. She's a very caring ER nurse. I'm an Aries, and we can also have issues. Fortunately, my moon is in Cancer. Fellow Cancer moon. Oh, yeah. And Scorpios, they're not afraid of the big, bad, scary. Especially ER, stuff that rolls into the ER. Yeah. All right. Anyway, Ace of Cups. Meadows, have you flipped? Death card. Star card. 4 of Cups. Justice. Queen of Pentacles. Queen? Yes, Queen of Pentacles. Still don't know all these cards by heart of this particular deck. He was caught up in the insurrection, and it was bad. At first, he did turn over like 2,000 emails or so or messages or so to the January 6th committee before he stopped helping them. But this is a bigger legal binding thing. But this Queen of Pentacles, this is the people around Trump. That's all it's telling. But it isn't. It's next to the Justice card, so I would think so. I just don't want to assume here. Rochelle McDonald says, one book I read said, if you date a Cancer, you may go to bed with Betty Crocker and wake up with Lizzie Borden. And I hate to say it, it's bad all the way around, but I'm not entirely convinced that at least her father didn't have it coming. But that's a whole other thing, because she couldn't go to the police. But that I could be wrong. Page of Pentacles. Well, he's got the messages. He was the chief of staff, so everybody was concentrating on him. Everybody was sending him messages. And those messages are recorded. What card was that? This is the Page of Pentacles. World. Wheel of Fortune. Four of Swords. The only way Meadows can get through this without getting sucked into the depths of it is to just lay it on the line. Because the messages he turned over already make him look bad. So he has got to just be like, fine, here's absolutely everything I know. Major Arcana, end of an era, massive change. End of the book, end of the past, and then to take this is the legally quiet as a tomb. First of all, he'd been quiet, but this is the only way to make any of this better is to just lay it out. Plus the fact he has been really, really quiet. So, man. Mal is saying a lot of places now have anti-revenge keyword. Prawn. I think that is the word some people use to instead of saying the other word. Yeah, anti-revenge prawn laws. Yeah. Yep. Whew. All right. Michelle L had a question. 2835. Though we know of only the one January 6th target who got a letter, Trump, will multiple indictments for other people, are those coming for January 6th? I don't think so. Multiple people. I believe I heard that Jack Smith just subpoenaed some election videos. So people talking about him indicting Trump and or others like Friday, like tomorrow. I don't know about that, but soon. Knight of Cups. Oh, sorry. Knight of Cups. So that would be active from the DOG. D-O-double-G. DOJ. If you're coming in late, you can watch the beginning. Knight of Swords. Seven of Cups. Hermit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It feels like I just had a ton of energy just poured on the top of my head, and it's like sudden headache, and it's just getting everywhere, and it's going to just out of nowhere. Yeah. So Knight of Swords is your aggressive law enforcement. This is, it's cups. So, I mean, this is illusion, delusion, but it can also be obfuscation. And prosecutors can be really good at, hey, look at the thing, look at the thing. And then it's actually, what's actually coming is a whole other thing. That Hermit again. We're waiting. Nine of Cups, Page of Swords. There's a lot. There's a lot. Let me see if I can get some more information. What does the Hermit refer to? Star, Wheel of Fortune, Pentacles. It's Trump. That Hermit is Trump, apparently. I've got the card for Mar-a-Lago. I've got the Star, the Changing of Fortunes, and Seven of Pentacles. You think you have all of these assets. You think you have, and not just buildings or what have you, people. He thinks he has all these people on his side. Well, on a good day. He's getting really paranoid. But there are there hecka indictments coming for January 6th to Congress people and whatnot. Things coming to light. Oh yeah. King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Republicans, the Republican dynasty, Eight of Wands, all the far right actions. Yeah, there's a lot coming. There's a lot. Now, I don't know that it's going to hit all at once, but there is a lot coming. So, all right. Good question, D. 3330. 3330. Has Jack Smith discovered any direct sales of secrets to the Saudis? Yeah, that's my card for Saudi Arabia. Okay. Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Oh, it's going to make your head spin. That's what I'm getting. It's going to make your head spin. We are going to be like, and this is right in the center. This is all the legal swords in Trump's metaphorical back. There's so much. There's so much. But again, I don't think it's coming out all at once. So we may get to the point where we're thinking, okay, well, now we've got everything out in the open and the trials will go forward. It's like, oh, no, but wait, there's more. All right. 35 minutes in, 35:10. Kevin McCarthy. Really? Okay. Kevin McCarthy has thus far refused to endorse Trump. Now that surprises me because he's being stupidly supportive of Trump when it comes to January 6th and the possibility of indictments. He's embarrassing himself. But according to Raw Story, Kevin McCarthy thus far has refused to endorse Trump. Really? Which has infuriated His Orangeness to no end. In an attempt to mollify him, McCarthy recently promised, ready for this, to expunge both of Trump's impeachments. Let that sink in. The problem? He can't. Trump's trying to hold McCarthy's feet to the fire over this. What will happen? Man. Kevin McCarthy and Donald Trump, two people that, if they want to fight each other, I'll be over here. I'm just going to get a little popcorn and you do you. Roxy says it uses up too much energy to think up evil things. It's waste. I got stuff to do. I've got a to-do list a mile long, and it's stuff that I think is going to be good. You know? It's not going to hurt anybody. Hopefully the contrary. Knight of Pentacles. You're supposed to be protecting me. There's a thief card. 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands. Oh, this feels like McCarthy ending up in trouble. Either losing his speakership or whatever it is, but him in a place where he could really use Trump's help. He needed Trump's help to get the speakership. But this is him on the defensive. But this is a thief card. This is legal decisions. They're both going to have troubles. But there's no honor among sociopaths. There's no honor amongst selfish, greedy politicians who couldn't go a day without saying something hypocritical. My brain is going Hippocratic. No, hypocritical. Man, oh day. All right, have fun. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. 3835. Eileen had a question. Again, thank you for being here. Military documents leak suspect Jack Teixeira. I don't know how to pronounce his name, I'm sorry. But military documents leak suspect Jack Teixeira's lawyer cites Donald Trump in urging his judge to release Jack, while Jack awaits trial, stating that it is unfair that Jack should sit in jail to await his trial while Trump gets to be free while awaiting his. Will more defendants ask for this? Because Trump should be held. He should be confined. He should be wearing a monitor. Teixeira. Well, Berlin says Teixeira. Holly Friend says Teixeira, something like that. Thank you. Ace of Wands. Yeah. There's no reason. Anne says, but Dumpy is special. But he's not, and we're Americans, and we don't have a king. Sorry, I get a little upset. Also, tomorrow, the sun will finally be exactly opposite Pluto. So, feeling a little intense energy around its astrological, this too shall pass. Justice, Tower, Four of Pentacles. How much more of a Tower card could there be than potentially than our top secret information, our plans for invading Iran if they do something that we think it might need to be done, and just waving that around, let alone, I personally, entertainment only YouTube, personally, I think he sold some stuff, but what could be worse? But all these other people, they don't have the same name, they don't have the, so this is appalling. This is appalling. Denise Thomas says Trump should have been cuffed and stuffed on January 6, 2021. I agree. On January 6th, a whole lot of people should have been arrested. Period. Money. Yep. Betty Cantrell. Four of Cups. He just refuses. Just, I don't have to. Two of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. In future, things will be more fair. Unfortunately for now, we have, not only do we have two systems of justice, we've got two systems of justice, and we've got two cards that are about two systems of justice. Could it be any clearer? Okay, now this, oh my gosh, this made me laugh. I'll be honest. This made me laugh. At 42:30. The upshot is, in Colorado, the Colorado Republican Party has gone bankrupt and is being evicted from its office building. I think it was in Michigan, they're down to like $53 and they're $300,000 in debt, something like that. Is that Michigan? It was one of them. But in Colorado, they have gone bankrupt and they're being evicted. The Republican Party is being evicted from its offices, of its office building. Okay, Lauren Boebert is saying she's not worried about Democrats' attempts to buy her seat in 2024. Should she worry? I mean, she gets some direct contributions, but generally speaking, it's a combination. At that level, it's a combination of your money, the money you raise, and money from the party. And you might be asking yourself, where did all the money go? Well, a lot of it went to lawyers' fees trying to pretend in court that there was election interference or that the election was stolen, which it was not. And they bankrupted themselves. And then the small donors are giving money to Trump, and he's just paying off trying to keep Griftco going, considering he is one of the worst business people. So Boebert, should you worry? Three of Swords in the heart. Ow. Suburban Housewife, could you please remove that from the chat, please? I don't think that's appropriate. Thank you. Four of Cups, Ace of Cups, Democrats, it's the fact that Biden has raised a huge amount of money, Trump has raised a huge amount of money, but it's not, even if they raise the exact same amount of money, which they haven't, Biden's really raised money. Biden actually can use it on the campaign, whereas Trump is paying off all of his other debts. And by the way, if the Truth Social thing falls through, if the SPAC part of that doesn't work, Trump was supposed to get hundreds of millions of dollars from that con, but it's in court. And the SEC is like, hang on. And if that falls through, all of that money that's supposed to go to Trump, gone. But anyway, Boebert. Insult to injury. She's a far right pitch. She's pushing that. Democrats in the state will have an advantage. I was talking to Sarah about this. Sarah was saying that back like 20 years ago, she was still in media buying. She worked at a company and she would buy ads, on local radio and all of this. And on one of the states, they're down, the Republican Party is down to $53. And she's like, back 20 years ago, yeah, $53 would buy you one ad on the morning drive radio. That's it. One. That's it. Oh, D, yes, he paid for his plane to be repaired? Yeah. Oh, and it's expensive. It's hecka expensive. Because to get anything done on your plane, every down to the last bolt, down to the last screw, is 5-10 times as expensive as normal, depending on what it is, because all of those parts have to be specific and approved by the FAA. You can't just go get some pieces and just slap it on there. It's expensive. Anyway, trust me, they repaired planes where I worked at the FBO. They repaired planes in the back, and they would send, have the customer come in with the invoice or to pay, and it was like, oh, okay. So anyway, Boebert bobblehead, she's pushing her message, but she actually might not want to run again. I'm not saying she will decide. I'm saying I think she's going to look at the situation and decide she might not run again. And I did not expect to say that, but that's what this feels like. It's like, lady, you may not want to run again. This is insult to injury. Oh, I do like that these cards are saying that she is. It's going to go very badly for her. Whew. Linda Johnson says, doesn't each state Republican Party have to contribute to the National Party? Probably. I believe so, but they're hurting too. And, and actually, this is the question I put in here at 4910, which is, why are all of these parts of the Republican Party, the GOP, why are they going broke? Is it because the money's going to Trump? Is it because of trying to overturn the election, the lawyers' fees, and all of that? Is it all of the above? Is it something else? So I just wanted to ask. Why are all these parts of the Republican Party going broke. Well, it's supposed to be an institution. It is a party. Your lucky girl could be Russian sanctions. Hello, lucky girl. Didn't see you. 10 of Swords. They keep losing. And people don't want to back losers. Empress. 6 of Cups. Knight of Wands. And 7 of Swords. Okay. They keep losing. And they have a vision of America that is fairly heinous these days. Human rights? Ha, ha, ha. Why have human rights? So they want to roll back they want to roll back all the advances. This is aggressive, far right, blankety blank, and then this is a thief card. So there's some financial mismanagement here and people not wanting to contribute. One, because it's not settled who the candidate's really going to be. Because even though Trump's doing better in the polls, they're not convinced. And I'm looking at both big donors and small. But there's losing, there's legal problems, there's their aggressive, backwards, cruel policies. So people who might have donated before are like, nah, I'll pass. And then we've got a thief card over here, which would be taking the idea that the election was stolen to court. Oh well, did it to yourself. Yep. Look at that. The consequences of your actions. Ooh, look at them go. Yes, Velderay, women are abandoning the GOP because women's rights are being smashed. Yes. Yes, and who was that? And yes, they were helping Trump with all of his legal garbage. Teresa Ford said, plus they're paying for Trump's lawsuit. Sue Nami. S-U-E, Sue Nami. That was good. All right, so Michelle had another question at 53 minutes in. In an unexpected fit of fairness, the Supreme Court ruled that Alabama must redraw its election maps to include 2 majority black districts instead of 1, which is what they tried to get away with. But here's the rub. Alabama is refusing to comply. Will there be repercussions? And this, my friends, is what happens when the approval of the Supreme Court drops to its lowest level in recorded history, when it is so politicized, you get to a point where people think they don't have to listen anymore. And that's, and for all the talk that Roberts, he's an institutionalist. And all the talk he says, we don't have our own army. We have to go on the goodwill of the people and what have you. Yeah, he's not backing any kind of ethics reform. And then these people are lining their own pockets to the tune of millions upon millions of dollars on the far right, and no ethics. And then they're taking human rights away and cutting into others. So, well, what's going to happen with Alabama? Supreme Court said fix it, and they're going, no. Dave says the Supreme Court has no credibility, and these people in Alabama have no honor. Yes, exactly. Agreed. Queen of Pentacles. We do what we want. We do what we want. We want you to come out with all these extremist things for us from the Supreme Court. But then if you do something that we don't agree with, we're just going to ignore that. Norm breaking. Ace of Cups, King of Pentacles, Two of Swords. Mel Broussard says the Supreme Court has no power to enforce its decisions. It can't call out troops or compel Congress or the presidents to obey. The court relies on the executive and legislative branches. And that's what this is. It has to go back to Biden. Has to go back to, let's go to the DOJ. And these are Republicans, and this is a legal choice. And this is going to be very drawn out. So, will Alabama just get away with not redrawing the map? Disenfranchising all of those people. Frida Smith says, oh, just ignore the laws against women then. If you're willing to take that chance. Two of Pentacles, very shaky ground. Alabama's on very shaky ground. Adding insult to injury. There's the Death card and the King of Cups. Well, it feels like it ends well, but I'm not sure how it ends well, because for Alabama, this is bad. This would be adding insult to injury, which would be the Supreme Court saying, fix it. This is them saying, shan't, won't. But then we have happy Democratic families. So it could be we have such voter turnout that perhaps Democrats will get more control of things in Alabama. Wouldn't that be great? Dee says a special master is ordered to redraw it. Is that what's going to happen? Six of Swords. Temperance, Star. Six of, okay, delusion. This is, no, we're going to run this election with these maps to improve our power and control. We're supposed to have temperance, but no. We are the state. States' rights. We're the Star. Sylvia A. says, it seems like Democrats are the only ones fighting for democracy. There are some Republicans. There are some more moderate Republicans who are fighting as well. And we're not going to lose our democracy. We aren't. It's just these people are just pathetic, laughable, traitorous in spirit. Yeah. But tell me again how Republicans are the party of law and order. Please. Anyway, okay. Mel says the Alabama legislature may have shot themselves in the foot. A special master may draw the map in favor of many more Democratic districts than are present now. And Dee says a special master will do it. I'm not 100% convinced that Alabama isn't going to find some way to drag their feet here. So, but hopefully they won't. And I did get happy Democratic families at the end, so fingers crossed. Supreme Court, this is a shot across your bow. You ignore this and you continue to be as out of control and extreme as you are at your peril. Just saying. Man. D says, I heard within 1 week. Let's hope so. All right. Cosmic Goat Lady had a question. Now, honestly, I've never heard of this person. So, and if I have not, then a lot of other people usually haven't either. Are you all aware of Vivek Ramaswamy? Does everybody but me know who that is? Present share screen. Okie dokie. Let me lower this for a minute. All right. This person is no, yes a bit. Okay. This is an American entrepreneur and a candidate in the 2024 Republican Party presidential primaries. From what I was told, and I'll have to look more carefully into this, I was told that he's so far to the right that he makes DeSantis look reasonable, but I do not know if that, like, I haven't read through his stuff firsthand. And he's very popular. He is very popular. So his list of Supreme Court nominees is a worrying stunt. He wrote Woke Inc. And he embraced Trump on the campaign. So yeah, I haven't looked at it. Obviously, like I said, I haven't read everything I could get my hands on yet. That will happen. And oh gosh, I hope yes, that's true. Suburban housewife. He has his own money. Yeah, that makes a difference. Tigress of Forley says he wants to raise the voting age to 25. Oh. Frida Smith says he's got 2% in the last poll. Jen Glenn says, last I saw he was at 3% in a poll. Two of Swords. So those are the people who are going to vote. And they're like, I don't know. Do I know who this person is by then? Oh, Miss Sheila the Quilter, thank you. Thank you. It makes a big difference. Boo Boo Zen Kitty needs treats. I need some Boo Boo Zen Kitty emotional support today. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, he's right there. And I'll pick up his bed and carry it over here in a minute. All right. For a few minutes. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Swords. Colleen Francis, the racist MAGAs won't vote for him. That's kind of what I was thinking, but let's see. Page of Wands. Ace of Cups. Star Melody, Elizabeth B says this guy is bonkers. I've got Minor Arcana. He has money. He has some interest. He has some aggressive ideas and policies. Page of Wands, going after Democrats, but on the defensive. He could make big waves, but it would probably just call attention to the fact that there's a presidential race going on. Marjorie Harrison says, my feeling is he will be sidelined by the white supremacists. Yeah, and that's kind of what's just blowing my mind about these MAGA people who are not lily white. Why? Why would you? How are you deluding yourself? Okay, whatever. He's running for the presidency, or who was it who just said D was saying holding out for a VP as well? He maybe. Death card. Knight of Swords. Page of Pentacles. So I've got some major arcana here, but it's the card for the reading. This doesn't feel like him. And there's a big death card here. So he's going to continue to be aggressive and obnoxious, but I don't think he's going to get the kind of backing that he's hoping for. And frankly, what it feels like is he has so much money, he's used to people bowing and scraping. He's used to people, oh, whatever, you know, yes, sir, yes, sir. And he does not understand the reality on the ground. Not with, yeah. Stephanie Martin says he has a law degree from Yale, went to Harvard undergrad, so he's not stupid, just crazed and evil. He did it for the evils, the Z. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. 10630, Kim Ballinger wanted to know about Liz Cheney's future in the Republican Party. 35, Liz Cheney. She's pretty fed up. Yeah, they really broke her heart. Did you not know who you were dealing with? Okay. Seven of Swords. Yeah, they kicked her out. They stole her power. Four of Wands. As long as it's still the party of Trump and what have you, she's not no. I don't know if she's running for anything. I don't know what the situation is, but her heart is not in it. Not until Trump and his ilk are out of power. Oh. Okay, I've got two questions left. They have nothing to do with the kind of politics we usually look at. The first one, 10815, Thread of Hope had a question. Now, this will be controversial because I do read on this every once in a while, but I have my own beliefs. I am not saying that I am right, absolutely, and whatever, if you believe something different, you're wrong. No. I don't do that on this channel. And not even I even say the readings themselves are not 100% accurate. That's not how it works. I read on the collective energy. So, will the US government reveal they have knowledge of or contact with intelligent alien life? I get that the universe is vast. There are aliens out there, but they're out there. I know a lot of people here disagree with me on that. Yeah, sure, okay. I'm not. Slow your roll before you start putting the comments in the bottom. I'm just going to read. The government. Will the U.S. government reveal they have knowledge of or contact with intelligent life? Magician. Five of Cups. Sun. Justice. Six of Swords, Eight of Swords. Zoe says, I think people will just give their opinions as well, not to be contrary. Everyone believes something different. Yeah, I think that's the situation. Mel says, given the number of planets in the known universe, the odds are overwhelming that intelligent life exists in a place other than Earth, just common sense. I actually agree with that, personally, but it's my personal feeling. We've looked for a long time. We've been around our sun, just kind of on our hobby horse, just like, okay. The balance of the universe, this is drawing me to astrophysics and things like that. They're out in the darkness. They have seen some things that they're like, hang on, but it's dark. And I have never picked up them here. That's not to say I'm right. Please don't come for me. Will it be revealed? If they're that far away, astrophysicists are looking in that direction too, eventually. So that's what I'm getting. We're still looking out there for them. But yes, Roxana Lee, the truth is out there. Lurking Lady says, I want to believe. Excellent. All right. Now this, Karen left a question, and I love the autocorrect on this. I love the autocorrect on this. Sarah actually was looking at the comments, and she saw this first, and she read it to me, and she said, with Pluto going into pieces in 20 years from now, will tarot and astrology become more relevant? And I just like screech, like you get the soundtrack, the screech, the needle across the record. What? Wait, Pluto going to pieces? Pluto's not going to go to pieces, and it's spinning around its moon. I haven't heard anything about it going to pieces. I know that one of the moons on Mars is on a decaying orbit, so eventually one of its moons is going to hit Mars, I believe, after a long period of time. But Pisces. Will Pluto going into Pisces in 20 years, will tarot and astrology become more relevant? Because it was like in 20 years, Pluto's going to go into Pisces. Is Pluto going to Pisces in 20 years? Will tarot and astrology become more relevant? Well, astrology is traditionally ruled by Aquarius. So Pluto going into Aquarius is going to dig up a whole lot of astrological stuff. Two of Cups. Pisces. The last of the water signs, last sign of the zodiac. Very sensitive, very emotional, spiritual, traditionally. Also rules institutions. Full. Eight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. 20 years from now, the world is going to look so different. When Pluto goes through a sign, it starts plowing the field of that sign. It starts kicking up a lot of the dust, and we have to deal with a lot of things related to. It just ends up with a lot of it in the air. A lot of things like this last 15 years, whenever, we've had to deal with so many Capricornian issues, so many, and it's just the dust. So psychic abilities can be a part of Pisces, the sensitivity, the spirituality, certainly, because there's this idea that there can be a thing with Pisces where it's almost like they've got one foot already kind of on the other side. Like, I'm done with humanity. Last sign, I'm out of here. I'm done. And most of the Pisces I know, left to their own devices, they just want to stay home. They don't want to people. Just... so we'll be dealing with a lot of that, but Pisces also rules very organized religion, and religion as an institution, the Catholic Church institution, prisons, that sort of stuff. So, we'll be dealing with a lot of it, and it goes along with it's going to come down to personal belief. I personally believe as technology is advancing and we are coming into contact with each other more, and we're able to speak our truth more people just talk about the things that they've experienced that they just hadn't in the past. They wouldn't have felt comfortable saying. And that will continue as technology continues. But Pluto early next year is going into Aquarius, and I believe it's going to stay there. And it's going to stay there for 20 years. And astrology is ruled by Aquarius, so I would expect a whole lot of astrological stuff. But anyway. Mimi Eichholt says Pluto will plow up institutional religion. Yep. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So, all right. That's going to do it for me today. That's going to do it for me for today. It is 1:31 p.m. here in Chicago. 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Just want to encourage you on whatever creative thing you want to do. Other than that, tomorrow's Friday. And like every other day, I'll be right here. All right. I'll be 365 days of the year. Seriously, every holiday, weekday, weekend, my birthday, your birthday, I'm here. And I'll be back tomorrow. And I'll take more of your questions. You're not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. All right. So take care. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you.